Всем привет, с вами Сприган, и в этом видео я просто собрал все синематики Геншина, которые есть, и объединил их в одно видео, чтобы вам было удобнее находить. Например, я часто ищу для ролика синематик, и это геморройно. А так, те, кто делает видео, смогут себе сразу взять этот кусочек. Ну а кто просто интересуется, какие версии были, вот оно для вас видео. Все, всем приятного просмотра.
自由之都欢迎你们，随风而来的旅行者。
他在跟龙说话。
说起来，你们知道吗？风魔龙也是曾经的四风守护之一。
从没见过，也从没听过的情况啊。
I'm Kaeya, Cavalry Captain for the Knights of Favonius. My eye patch. Want to hear my story, eh? I know a great place more fit for a chat. Freeze! Cool it! Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time. Not bad. Come on, let's get moving.
吾乃菲谢尔，断罪之皇女，漆黑尽灭的统御者。遥望蒙德，吾之领地中的小小花园，真是令人心情愉快。哼，来了吗？吾之宿敌邪龙塔斯拉克哟！吾之封印，解放！千年的争斗就在今天画上休止符吧！大幻梦森罗万象，狂气断 子。就这样，罪孽深重的邪龙被我完美镇压。这样啊，不愧是你。
小艾米，该回家吃饭了。
爸爸，你自己先回家了。不对，本皇女是断罪的菲希尔，谁是小艾米啊？最近的蒙德，深邃的邪恶正在表面之下疯狂涌动。看来又要动用我的眷属漆黑夜鸦来观测迷雾之后的真相了。
没错，跑腿的正是在下。小姐自己是不会动的。
观测，锁定。以幽夜净土之名，刺入深眠。散落吧，命运之敌，受罚！断罪之眼已经预见了永恒的胜利。呀！汝为何来此？皇女一人就能实行断罪？先别说这些，我已经引燃他们了，会用你的雷电。凡人也想借用昭告命运的圣才之雷吗？
要伤我！小姐，冒险家协会的工资要我明天去代领一下吗？
My name is Shenling. I'm a chef from Liyue. If there's nothing better to do, we could go foraging for ingredients. I'm much better at cooking than navigating, but if you do go out, definitely take me with you. Nice and spicy. It's time to introduce you to my latest masterpiece. I call it the most marvelous, multicolored super pancake. Boba, get them.
Free!
Yeah. Eat this! Wow, this feels great! Is there time for a quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time. I am Chi-Chi. I am a a zombie, and I forgot what comes next. I want to build a snowman. Will you help? The wind is frigid. I like it. Hold my hand, please. This wind could blow me away. Wheel of life. Life goes on. Orders given. Orders received. I should have stayed indoors today. I am astrologist Mona Magistus, meaning the great astrologist Mona. The equipment repair bill is due, and so is the final payment for that celestial globe I ordered. Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them. Shadows of fate! Delve into destiny! Fate is upon you! Let me scribe! This was ordained by fate. Long had I foreseen it. I am Kuching, Yuhun of the Liga Qixing. Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go. Time is against us. We live in an era of change, as the old order that has existed for 1,000 years is about to be rewritten. Join me. Let us bear witness to this historical moment together. Incoming! Speed of light! Don't blink! Hey! With sword comes shadow. When your heart is set on something, you get closer to your goal with each passing day.
Windborn Outlander, as you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself has meaning.
Defeating that monster might remove the strange wind current seal thingy around the Statue of the Seven. Venti, the bard that sits around doing nothing all day?
He was once such a gentle child, now so full of rage and suffering.
I will not stand for such impertinence!
To ashes!
I, Fischl, Prinzessin der Verirrtelang. Eat this! Let's dance!
If I tell you the story with a performance, will you believe me? Time for takeoff!
Sacred name, fortune preserver. One step closer. Maybe soon I shall finally uncover the truth of this world.
I swear by my sword!
With sword comes shadow. Blazing to light!
Verdict is...
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens. from that kingdom came a crowned heir, tasked with seeking out the Genesis Pearl from the kingdom of darkness. The first crowned heir began her journey of seeking the pearl. But she was deceived, and the memory of her noble origins faded. She now believed that she was the queen of the kingdom of darkness. But take heart. A second crowned heir has already taken up the path where the first had stumbled. This is the story of your journey, of your tale to be told. In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky, he was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom, and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown. One millennium ago, when the aristocracy fell at last from grace, the defender of the South banished tyranny from the city gates, while the West spread her wings and took her rightful place. The wanderer in the North settled with the Wolven race. As the four winds blew, to all corners they flew, but much was to be done to build Mondstadt anew. The animal god called on them, each one in turn. First their leader, the West Wind, though he found himself spurned. The Lion Fang Knight was less than impressed. I've no time to join you and sing, dance, and jest, for you see to these three while I handle the rest. Next did he track down that leader of wolves, asked him to tame his most unbridled of souls. The wolf leader growled he would not be contained. Do not lecture me, bard, you who are the least restrained. So the animal god implored the friend he'd known first to blow the ice from the face of the earth, that verdance and freedom could once more be birthed. But the dragon had known his bard god friend too long. He would not share the work, but dictate it through song.
Do some real work, Barbados.
There's an archaic tale to be told, that of which is of an ancient one, that of which traveled among the gods, that of which beheld lands undone, seas spun. Oh, how chained to your daily toiling you are. Must you intrude on a bard's leisure time? notes can't be played for just anyone. Lest the high winds blow you away. Rhythm take you. It's more than language and poetry that flow with the wind.
Are you here for playtime with Klee? Okay, so you'll be in charge of the storm watch. Which means you warn Klee the second you see Jean coming. Let's go! Jumpy Dumpty! This is my special totally not for fish blasting extra exploding formula.
Klee, you know the consequences.
Together. Hey, Traveler, I'll let you in on a little secret. Did you know there are monsters that come out at night in Mondstadt? Shh, be quiet. I'll tell you everything, but you can't tell nobody. After everyone is tucked up cozy in their beds for the night, monsters pretending to be the Knights of Favonius come out to trick people. I can even hear their footsteps from inside the confinement room. And so, boom! I blasted the door open to defend Mondstadt from the monsters. But the Master Gene who grabbed me and dragged me away was really scary. Scary like the real Master Gene, not like some monster. So strange. Anywho, you mustn't tell a soul. Kaeya's the one who told me the secret about the monsters. He didn't tell nobody else but me.
Oh, Kaeya, coaxing Klee into escaping from solitary confinement, it seems.
Perhaps we've made the child's studies a little too imaginative lately.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
This is the largest one we've seen so far.
The Fatui! They're attacking the glacial ballista!
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more?
Farewell, old friend.
I am the least adept with the bow, and that is precisely why I must master it. Shouldn't let your guard down.
Nothing can be accomplished without rules or standards.
Think you can bully me?
Pyrotechnics!
Oh yeah, rock on!
D, Luke!
Sir, need you personally see to such a routine matter?
Relax. I have other matters to attend to as well.
Excellent. Even if one day we can't continue business here, we can make it far away with this.
But Master, what about the debt?
Oh yes, I'm here to collect that.
Who's there?
Quick, guards! Protect the Master!
No matter what it is you owe, you can't run from your debt. Is that not the law of the god of contracts in Liyue?
Fatui! You can't just barge into a private residence! Guards! Show him how we treat unwelcome guests at Yanshang Tea House!
Not much for adversaries. Well, I could always use a bit of exercise.
I never would have thought that an ordinary person had a sigil of permission in their possession. It's been years since anyone has seen one of these.
Your job is debt collection, yet you failed to check what treasures he possessed that you might collect?
Apologies, a dereliction of my duty.
Enough. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Dearest sister, I've been away for so long, I've almost forgotten the cold of our home. You know I grow restless when life is ordinary and boring. Though in Liyue, fuses of excitement can be found everywhere, just waiting for the right spark. Come at me! Not much of an adversary, but enough for a sideshow, I guess. Time to end this! Now's our chance! That's so? If you were smart, you wouldn't charge into unknown danger. It'll be an easy victory, but I still won't hold back. Your brother has just been taking care of some trivial matters here, really. But Tonya, rest assured. The future that Tsaritsa desires, the future the people of Snezhnaya desire, it will be had.
Bartender of the Cat's Tail. I charge a hefty fee for private events. My ears and tail are no prop, they're real. Proof of my cat's line bloodline. Life as a mixologist is very busy. When I'm not at the tavern, I'm out collecting ingredients for new recipes, so unless something is urgent, don't bother me. I'm a rock! You can bully me? Look at you, Food Town! I wasn't waiting for you. I just happened to be resting.
This is me, fairy lady at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. No one of importance. This gentleman beside me is our most knowledgeable consultant, Mr. Zhongli.
This Noctilucous jade is small, but a beautiful shade of translucent blue. It would be a shame not to buy it.
Yes, sir.
Pasting a windwheel aster to wet glaze before it is fired in the kiln? Fascinating. The flower turns to ash, but its shape is forever retained. Such genius. It would be a pity to not purchase this.
Yes, sir.
Core lapis is itself hard to gather. It must have taken true skill indeed to unearth two pieces so alike. We should buy them.
Yes, sir. A fine Noctilicus jade, artisan porcelain, and a pair of core lapis, and a windwheel aster as a gift for the fairy lady. Yes, he even got me a gift. Mr. Zhongli truly is an amazing person.
When Xiangling is cooking, it would be far more appealing to go to Wanmin Restaurant as opposed to Sinuer Kiosk or Lioli Pavilion.
I'm fine with anything so long as it's good. But do they only have chopsticks?
You will need to be adept with chopsticks if you are to truly appreciate Liyue's gastronomy.
Mr. Zhongli, we have Springvale boar on the menu today. Would you like to try it instead of the salt and pepper tofu?
We'll have both.
In accordance with Snezhnayan customs, we gave Xiangling a tip for her amazing new dish. Mr. Zhongli values friendly ties over Mora and is generous in word and deed. Well, the Wangsheng funeral parlor often foots the cost of his generosity. But thankfully, the Northland Bank is bearing this particular bill.
Welcome, come in! Excluding this pair of hairpins, everything else is for sale.
They're not for sale. Why not?
These are heirlooms pawned by a poor fellow to scrounge together money for his wife's medication. I must hang on to them for him until the redemption period expires.
Oh.
I paid off the shopkeeper and took this pair of hairpins, seeking to return them to their owner with some living expenses on the side. Please help me to conceal these expenses in our accounts, would you? I will be sure to buy you lunch. Honestly, once you become entangled with Mr. Zhongli, there's no getting away from him at all.
We last left off with ancient Liyue beset by an ocean demon and a mountain dragon. Rex Lapis mustered his adepti to restore peace to the land. They say that before he set out, he spoke these words.
This is an age of gods and monsters. I wish not for dominion. Yet I cannot watch the common folk suffer.
I will have order!
Cleanse the land and defend our safe harbor. That was the first contract in Liyue. And now, the final contract too has been set in stone.
The only one who plays it in Liyue Harbor. Been thinking about staging concerts elsewhere lately, but what say you sign me up for your world tour? Anywhere's good. Almost about to go live over here. You coming? Yeah! Pyrotechnics! Rock into the rescue. That's the groove, all right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm on fire lately. Look out for my next performance.
Do you know the story of Durin and this mountain? Snow gathers atop this mountain and never melts, which is a most curious phenomenon. In fact, I believe that the very sword in your hand has Durin's remains in it. As such, who could I find to help me if not you?
Into position! Prepare for battle!
Getting a little cold?
Genius? But I don't think I'm any genius.
Moment of birth!
My job is to honor my contract with Rex Lapis.
All hail!
It's so nice to de-stress.
I made a new discovery while sketching nearby. There's an area up ahead that's quite remarkable. The truth of this world. What could it be? Was the two of us meeting really a good thing? Alchemy is a mysterious art that revolves around all living things, and the study of life, in particular, requires painting.
Yes, you certainly make wonderful paintings of anything that piques your interest, Mr. Albedo.
Arise, lifeless dust of the universe and that within. Thou art reborn. Do you understand now, Sucrose?
Simply amazing, Mr. Albedo.
Next, I will paint the common V-shape. I find the carapace to be its most enjoyable feature, the intricate patterns, and even its sheen. But the rest of the V-shape is quite ordinary, and requires but a few quick brushstrokes. Voila! Arise, lifeless dust!
Excuse me, Mr. Albedo, but I fear creating such creatures may sit outside the sphere of acceptability within our roles as alchemists.
Oh, is that so?
Just like always, overly passionate about what piques your interest, yet completely indifferent towards anything otherwise. Your swing in interest this time didn't even leave you long enough to finish your painting.
This is Timaeus' newest design. A commendable achievement. 20 more years. And perhaps we can let him make a start on the textbook Sucrose uses today.
moments of birth.
The universe. The sable essence of the starry void. Earth. The accumulative memory of time and being. Soil. The origin of alchemy. The basis of all life. Chalk. The substance from which primal life is molded.
Clee? No, not at the...
Crucible.
The night scenes of Liyue, the lantern light of centuries. Only I know that this rising star has come far in the millennium past. Only I remember the hours at which dew forms on the glazed lilies and disappears again. 106,327 heartbeats, the time that has passed since I last knew rest. Packing up the stalls, closing up the pavilions. One can almost hear the street lights going out. It is as it is night after night, ever so distant from me. The night of Liyue, over. Now that you know the secrets of the night, would you accompany me to work overtime?
No way!
Sweet flower, so called because of its high sugar content. As a food, it's not the healthiest option, but feasting my eyes on it works wonders for my mood. So, I cannot permit you to trample these flowers! Born of ice and frost! Please don't touch my horns.
Oh, careful. Don't sleep by monsters.
Huh? So I was asleep? It was just a dream. All hail! Blaze over!
Wow, such a beautiful lantern. How is it made? Wow, so many stalls.
Come, try your hand at Theater Mechanicus.
There seems to be something mysterious about this photographic apparatus.
If you're able to, Could you try to convince Xiao to go with you?
Their voices. I can always hear them. If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name. Evil conquering! Do not judge Adepti by your mortal ideals. Cry!
Paimon will help you find her, and we'll spend the next lantern rite together.
In ancient times, Liyue was a land of misery, where the shadow of evil loomed large. As slain gods festered, their vengeful wrath cursed the world, manifesting in infernal forms. When demons stirred, miasmas, monsters, and mutations infested the land. Then Rex Lapis summoned the Yakshas to vanquish the demons. They swore an oath: restore order through slaughter, purge evil through battle. To this, we dedicate our lives. Eons of bloodshed later, karmic debt weighed upon them, phantom wrath seeping into their broken souls. They went mad with fear, turned on each other, or succumbed to the darkness. Of the 5 foremost Yakshas, death came to 3. While the 4th vanished without a trace. In the millennia since, one conqueror of demons remains the sole surviving Yaksha in the mortal realm. And only on moonlit nights, in the glow from Guyon, and in the sound of the Dihua flute, is his memory preserved.
These are matters for Adepti. Stay out of my way. Insignificant. slaughter, ephemeral circumstance, perpetual agony. This is nothing new to me. These severed karmic binds! Disperse!
Give you a fright? Honestly, who comes to Wuhong Hill in the middle of the night? This place isn't as safe as you'd believe. Come with me. I'm Hu Tao, Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor Director. Let me help you cross over. Yeah, help you cross over the hill, not cross into the afterlife. Huh? And why are the butterflies our guides? Well, because they want to be Sealies when they grow up. Though that walking encyclopedia Zhongli would no doubt have a completely different explanation. Okay, you should be safe from here. Next time, don't go running around in dangerous places. Of course, if you really insist on adventuring, then be my guest. Adventurers are our VIP clients after all. We even have coupons for you. Oh, do you have a travel buddy? We're having a sale. Second client, half price.
Hey, you sure we're going the right way? Doubt there's any treasure in this creepy place.
This treasure map's bow ours. We just follow it all the way.
Hey, wait. Did you just hear something?
Man up. We're just imagining things. Huh? Who are you?
Quick, do something!
Order of duality, impermanence of fate. I raised this butterfly to guide thee. Yeah, so many droll people. Fatui, not even worth the tease. Guess I'll need to send you off myself. Zombie, you scared? Time to go! See you on the other side. Whoa.
So, traveler, the Mondstadt Windbloom Festival. Do you like it?
Come on, put your skills to the test.
Come enjoy the Windbloom Festival.
Go adventure with you?
Just like we do if I was on your adventure team?
Could I ask you for some guidance on my chivalric training?
I'm still feeling quite uncomfortable. I feel much better now.
Well, it's a little embarrassing to say, but...
Look out! Unofficial business?
How's the research going?
Don't overdo it. Let me take care of the dirty work. I hear you've got a job for me. You can't run! Lights out. Me? I'm just another ordinary person. Church, work, I just do what I have to do. Each of the sisters is worse than the next. If it's not about prayer, then it's about choir or some other thing I'm supposed to participate in. I'm trying to stay out of sight. Pray. Not for the gods nor the betterment of others, but for yourself. Everything is negotiable, except overtime.
The Windbloom Festival originated in the Crown of the North, the City of Freedom.
Oh, we gotta bring enough supplies this time. Otherwise, you'll go hungry again.
So, if you're asking me...
Unofficial business? We're grateful to you.
As are we to you. Funny, we haven't gotten together for a little while. It's been so busy lately.
What should we do on this day?
Mr. Albedo!
How's the research going?
We've had a few issues.
Have a look at this.
Of course, any good tavern offers bar snacks.
Really?
How should we do it? Who should we do it for? Quietly? Or boldly? Make the first move, or trust a chance.
Huh? Look out! Sorry, so sorry!
My answer is this. So long as we can both share fond memories. It doesn't matter. Let the heart decide.
it is fated, we will meet again.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
This is I, Ashtaha, forged of elemental crystal. The enraged earth will not absolve you! Ah! You stand upon your tomb.
Quake! There is a fine line between good and evil.
This is order. It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me. So here lies the wisdom of the gods. To dust!
Hey, wait a minute. Does this count as martial arts? Ready for trial. Incinerate! Breath of the flame! Inadmissible evidence! Well, I guess I've mastered both the pen and the sword.
People tell me that if I just spoke more softly, others may find it easier to forgive me. But the only reason they think that way is because they've never been branded a pariah before.
I condemn you! Freeze to the core! Eye for an eye! Vengeance will be mine!
This Serenity Pot is all yours now. Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
My name is Yanfei, top legal expert in Liyue, and for the avoidance of doubt, no one else comes close. I'm fully versed in every area of the law. I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance. Only by adhering to the law can the people solve life's myriad of problems. Incinerate! Time for your arraignment! Anyway, my point is, you can always rely on me.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo-life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ajdaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
Thanks for sharing the table with me. To think all the other patrons are actually avoiding me. I'll remember this. Seriously, they cared that much about my lineage? Even if I were out for vengeance, they'd have to wait their turn.
The Gunhildr clan, the Roggenvinder clan, and the Lawrence clan are the 3 most prominent families in Mondstadt's history. Among them, the Lawrence clan became blinded by their desires, plunging Mondstadt into a dark era under the aristocracy's oppression. In time, Lady Vanessa overthrew the aristocracy and established the Knights of Favonius, while the Lawrence clan quickly fell into obscurity. Over the next 1,000 years, their flame of vengeance continued to flicker and burn, but never again did it ignite into a blaze. Perhaps the finishing blow to the Lawrence clan was she who is known as the Spindrift Knight, most gifted descendant of the Lawrence clan, Eula, joining the Knights of Favonius. Although the word vengeance is always upon her lips, she has proved time and again that she is a kind-hearted and honorable ally.
Hey, when a noble woman is speaking, you are to lower your drink and look her directly in the eyes. You really ought to learn some proper etiquette. I bet it's that Gunhildr girl talking about me behind my back again. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine. Dance of Sacrifice, Act 3. Flickering Candlelight. This was once part of a ceremony for aristocrats to show off their stature. Now it's just a private pastime. Vengeance will be mine! As a descendant of a fallen ancestry, I alone must break free from the chains of revenge. Rack and ruin! Are you here to spy on me?
No, I was just worried you might be in trouble.
Not yet. It takes two to tango. Shall we?
Huh?
Master Jean, I want to ask for some time off because I want to go somewhere.
Oh, speaking of which, I still have a promise to keep to Klee. Those fish won't blast themselves.
I got a terrible, terrible letter and need to go to a certain place. Dodoco is very important to me. I won't lose to Dodokin. Humming along to the rolling waves, it's so romantic.
It has something of the unknown about it and seems to have its fair share of dangers. And yet, the mystery is all part of its beauty.
I need to bring Jumpy Dumpties, Dodoco, and myself. Let's go!
Wicked girl of flame, you have finally arrived. I've waited far too long. You dare face me. Though such courage is admirable, but it is now meaningless because...
Vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away.
Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents, and hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. Your opponent is new to the clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. The vision is missing.
The sounds of nature turn into a clamor of noise during stormy weather. The winds are coming. Clouds high, the birds come! In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro-Archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself? There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. The voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous. The sound of waves upon the shore and the rustle of leaves in a bamboo forest, they are not so dissimilar.
Kazuha, I hope you don't think I risked taking you in just to listen to your musings.
I'm aware. But we ought not waste the moonlight. Not before a big battle. Though some sake would make this better still.
A big battle, you say?
Yes. The scent on the wind is the same as on that night. The scent of danger.
Don't move!
Just a breath away until I reach the port. Seems I couldn't evade you after all.
Vision hunt decree! Hand over your vision!
If only you could make one exception, things could have been easier for you.
A maple leaf?
I say we lower the sails, Beidou. A storm is coming. Solitary cloud. Shadow in the setting sun. And the last line. Honestly, can't even finish my haiku without being interrupted. Strider. You're really going to trust me, despite my being from Inazuma. My mind is like a wind on the waves. It can change in an instant.
Kid, I think I got you figured out.
Oh. In that case, you saw this coming.
What, you mean these amateurs? I was saving them for you.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
last line stirs the drifter's heart. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god.
Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
The Almighty Shogun, focused exclusively on our single goal of implementing eternity.
I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to. When a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition.
It must be a possession, right? I see. That reminds me. It seems that his vision was recently confiscated.
It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing.
For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. My intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the Almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Now, it is time for me to honor my word! I await your instruction. My apologies! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family.
There, you will find someone who can help you.
Allow me to introduce myself. A festive reprise! I'm Yoimiya. Great to meet ya. Fire hazard! Sayu, Shuma Tsubari at your disposal. And away I go! Genjutsu!
In addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sango no Miya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group.
Remove all threats to eternity! By order of the Almighty Shogun!
Adopted daughter of the Kunju clan of the Terrio Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army.
The resistance never betrays its own.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryo Commission?
The wait is over, my comrades.
You will be inlaid upon this statue.
The Yashiro Commission's duty is to assist shrine maidens with sacred matters, and to manage distinguished artists of all kinds. Because of my upbringing, ever since I was a child, I've been studying etiquette, painting and calligraphy, tea ceremony, and the art of the sword. It's the Shirazaki Himekimi!
Meeting a foreign envoy, Miss Kamisato? Always working hard, I see.
You as well. What is this?
Ah, why these are for the coming festival. Preparations are already in full swing.
I see. It's good to be home. I can finally put all my etiquette aside for a moment. Oh, a pair of masks. When did you purchase these? But as eldest daughter of the clan... Huh? Festivals? Well, Oh, of course I've been to a festival. All right. If we go, then we mustn't let our identities be known to anyone, okay? Tachijutsu is your honor embodied. Your will revealed. The wielder's mind must be pure, tranquil. When you strike, be quick as lightning, cold as ice. Master your blade and seize victory in a single motion, too perfect to be parried. These were the words of my mother.
I have long desired to learn the blade work of another land. If I may, I would like to spar with you. Master of Inazuma Kamisato Art Tachijutsu. Kamisato Ayaka, present. Delighted to make your acquaintance.
My lady, your form is as flawless as ever. Although, maybe try a softer touch, so no one gets injured.
Oh, was I hitting too hard? It seems I still have room to improve. Toma, before the traveler arrives, spar with me some more.
As you wish, my lady.
I do not know the traveler's skill with a blade. But I look forward to finding out.
The best thing about summer on Narukami Island? Huh. What makes you ask that? Oh, Toma put you up to this. That's a tough one. Why don't you see what everyone else thinks?
The best thing about summer on Narukami?
Ooh, good question. Let me think.
I think we all know this one.
So, did you find the answer yet?
It isn't a thing at all.
Right, summer just wouldn't be the same without her.
Who else can it be?
That's right! The best thing about summer on Narukami Island. Huh? What was it? Recon confirms. No sign of the Shrine Maiden within a 3-mile radius. That time. A windy day is a good day for a getaway. Sahir, Shumatsuban at your disposal. Hey, Pops! Rise and shine! Well, who do we have here? Welcome! isn't it? If you like that, you're gonna love this! A festive reprise! Don't even think about getting in the way next time. Although, if you wanted to make yourself more useful, you could try wearing something a little more fun and festive, or pretend to be a ghost to entertain the kids. You know, liven up the atmosphere. I can't just...
Yoimiya, they've already run off.
Huh? Hey! I wasn't done talking!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3.
You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned.
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging.
If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap.
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized.
Signora's the one behind all this? Not her again!
Have you learned your lesson now? The way you follow me around like a dark shadow. Not even ashes will remain!
Let's get them! Protect Madame Kujo!
I will do everything within my power to defend my family's honor.
Strike! Storm the front!
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already! You just want to take everything away from us!
To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship.
Rest and rebuild! Covenant of the Deep!
Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory.
Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again?
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you?
That's it. Just like that. Eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment within it becomes all the more fragile.
You know, this is starting to feel like chili pepper weather.
Did you happen to see how the city looked on the way over here? Everyone's getting ready for the Moon Chase Festival. I'm taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs. If possible, I'd like you to be my culinary consultants.
There is one dish that perhaps you could try making for me.
We have 2 extraordinary talents this year. I'm interested to see their choice of dishes.
Okay, without further ado, let the cooking commence. Begin.
Paimon! What is this place?
Aloy here. I don't know this world, but my arrows are sharp and my bow's ready. If your party needs help, I'll do what I can. This land has a past full of secrets, just like my world. I'll uncover all of it, if I have enough time. One world needed saving, now another. I'm Aloy, ready for the hunt. This'll pack a punch. The hunt is on! This is a new one!
To strike your foe takes unity between mind, arrow, and bow. Listen, thunder speaks the will of the almighty Shogun. The duty of a Tengu warrior is to watch over the mountains and forests, while that of the Kujo clan is to guard Inazuma. I have agreed to fight by your side, and I will honor that commitment. On my watch, Inazuma will always be defended, and the will of the Shogun will always be done. Flash! Storm the front! To manifest eternity per the almighty Shogun's will. That is what I aspire to.
In the land of the Narukami, centuries pass without change. Deep in the heart of the city stands the lofty abode of the Raiden Shogun. She looks down upon her realm at mortal joys and woes, and sees a world mired in impermanence. By mighty lightning, she rules over the transients. Trivial yearning and petty passion, they vanish like a mist, but the Shogun pursues, unfettered and unperturbed, eternity.
Only through eternity are you closest to the heavenly principles. Lightning is eternal. The world is but shadow. Fantasy can only survive with an underlying reality. Reality is the stillness buried deep beneath the illusion. This is eternity. Torn to oblivion! Waking world, you seem woven from the stuff of dreams. All shall fade away.
When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every thunder sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
Hey, have you heard? She's the new Divine Priestess.
Whoa, but she's so young. Do you think she can really handle it?
Remember, Kokomi, as the Divine Priestess, the whole of Watatsumi Island will be entrusted to you. Though you may not be suited for such a role, from today onward, you must strive to meet the hopes of the people.
You're right. Governing is not my forte. My true skills lie in the art of war, focused on the single purpose of victory. Our aim is to hit the enemy hard while minimizing casualties. In this battle, Gobi's and Gogeisha platoons will be decoys. If successful, we will besiege them. Otherwise, Swordfish platoon will flank the enemy and burn their provisions. Qualified to lead Watatsumi Island? No, I'm far from it. War is chaos, and yet I see the method to the madness. The people are unfathomable. How can I know what their hearts desire? Please visit Sangonomiya Shrine sometime. I wish to talk. The sea is teeming with creatures, all fighting to survive. When a mighty predator approaches, weaker fish seek shelter. Yet many will still be devoured. But when smaller fish gather together, they can act as one body for the protection of all. This is how the weak mount their resistance. Thrust and rebuild! ancestors once dwelt in the dark ocean depths. How must they have felt when they first gazed upon the starry sky? Thinking of that moment makes me cherish the precious light I see now. Billowing surge! Fish gather to overcome larger foes. Watatsumi must unite to survive. And I must lead them to new, open waters. For that is my duty as Divine Priestess.
Marchosius, god of the stove, born from a spark when stone struck stone. He was a god with a great love for humanity and their well-being. Millennia ago, the people sought to expand their city. They built a dwelling on the plains and called it the Gwali Assembly. The stove god cared greatly for the people, turning himself into minions who went into every home, fostering food and solidarity alike. Alas, their home was taken by a flood. The waters ravaged the Gwali Assembly and forced the people back south to Liyue Harbor. Though the distance was not far, the journey was plagued by a terrible storm. For a dozen days, the Adepti stayed by their side. During this time, the stove god cooked an ancient delicacy, flatbread with a meat sauce to stave off the cold and damp, fit for those on the move. Centuries later, disaster and plague arose once more. The stove god would appear no longer, for he placed all of his power into the land itself to quell the calamities. His power expended, and his wits greatly reduced. Thus his body decreased in size. By the time he parted ways with us, he wasn't even the height of a human. He told Rex Lapis and I of the dishes that bring joy and of the secrets of the flame, then went into the mountains and entered into a long slumber. The stove god departed, and Guoba was born. When he awoke, he ate the Chiliman's cornbread buns placed on the offering table by a young lady in yellow. Though he did not remember the past, he was profoundly moved and decided to follow this young lady thereafter. The stove god had quietly disappeared, but the vendors rose early to hawk their wares. People went out to buy goods, lit their stoves, and cooked food, just as they had done every day for as long as they could remember. In Liyue, things have always been this way. Nature provides, the mountains rejoice. We are blessed by heaven's good grace.
Years have gone by. The world has transformed, but our way of life survives.
Fortune is only a season. It is the moment that we should embrace.
Past meets present. Heritage becomes legacy. Long into the future may we thrive.
As soon as the melody began, my mind began to drift, and I could hear the sound of someone playing along with me. Come, try it for yourself. It's all yours.
Time to rock! Never thought I'd run into familiar faces so far from home.
This place, yes, this used to be my dominion.
It's the scent of monsters, the aroma of battle.
I don't care how strong they are. They'll be ashes when I'm finished with them.
Please, allow me to assist you in battle with Shikifuda and Onmyoto.
Ah, the monsters here are strong. Fierce fighting awaits us. It would appear that this place is some sort of combat training ground. There's nothing but fighting and slaughter to be had here. Now that we're all here, what do you say we get to the bottom of this?
Where are we headed this time?
Don't get too close! Here's backup!
The way I see it, housekeeping is a unique skill set. Cleaning, cooking, and mending are among my greatest strengths. I'm not from Inazuma originally. I took a boat all the way here from Mondstadt. Inazumans are definitely more particular about etiquette than Mondstadters. On that note, if you ever want my lady's opinion, you may have to coax it out of her. She's so polite, she doesn't always speak her mind. People whose attention is always focused on other people's weaknesses tend to expose their own weaknesses pretty easily.
Check this out! Supporting fire!
Hey, how about we go for a nice meal sometime? My treat, of course.
With this newfound strength, I will defend those who fight alongside me.
Protecting my soldiers doesn't just mean having a robust defense in place. It means going on the attack. The key to seizing victory in battle lies in remembering the meaning of battle and employing the right tactics to generate momentum. Fall in! Keep your weapon at the ready. You never know what's around the corner. Press the advantage!
And Oni!
The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant.
Arataki Ito. We've been trying to apprehend him recently.
People see Oni causing trouble again. That'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made!
Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki.
A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me. When it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke.
Ah, that idiot Oni. What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face. There! It's showtime! Oh, coming through! Step aside. Ito's back in town.
You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye.
Shut up, would ya?
The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday, the ordinary, to a far greater extent than I would have ever imagined. This mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries, a vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
People are put off by the cold and don't realize that there is much to explore beneath the icy exterior.
Are you here to build a snowman too? Let's combine our forces and build ourselves a huge snowman. It'll be a ton of fun.
What's on your mind? You seem a little distracted.
Some of my alchemy notes are missing. We do not yet know the identity of our thief. Please take care.
Dragonspine has become more dangerous than it used to be.
Oh no! Avalanche!
Albedo, what the devil do you think you were doing?